What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5 with the Ice Age AI only battle. Apologies, it's probably not the video you're expecting today, and it's also late. So if you are like someone that watches bang on when the videos come out, this will mostly affect you. Everyone else doesn't matter too much because you're watching in the future. You probably don't even know what day this came out on. But yeah, there's two AI series going on at the moment. If I want to make changes between them or switch from recording one to the other, it just takes forever. So yeah, sorry. I was like, you know what, there's still time. I couldn't squeeze out the mini continents episode today. That will come out hopefully tomorrow. But I thought I could still squeeze in an Ice Age AI one on time. But then the game was like 20-minute load time. Sounds good to me. And yeah, that just didn't happen. But here we are. We are here. It'll be a bit late, but that is absolutely fine. I mean, it'll be very late because it'll be past 9 o'clock when I normally post. When I finished recording. So by the time I've edited and uploaded, it'll probably be about 9:30. So there you go. Definitely late, or whatever. I don't know how long it'll take, to be honest. I don't really measure it, but probably something like that. But yeah, there's plenty going on this map. It's been exciting. It is continuing to be exciting. It looks like the Sioux are about to die right now. Nope. Never mind. Sistine Chapel for the Iroquois, and the Sioux are officially dead. There we go. So they are eliminated. Another civ gone. The Iroquois grabbing that sort of saves Texas from the Shoshone. Actually, no, I forgot the Shoshone have sort of wrapped around here. Some very weird borders between those two, but there we go. They've literally, it looks like they've both got a bit inside each other, but obviously the Iroquois is just cut off. Texas, on the other hand, are doing just fine. 3 cities. And how are the Aztecs looking? They're still doing pretty well. Austria, do not freeze the game. That is a ton of settlers, Iroquois. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I didn't count that one, to be honest. I counted 3 and just got the 4th one in my head. But there is a 4th one here. Maths. I don't know where they're heading. It's hard to kind of tell. Portugal sending some workers over to the New World. Not sure exactly why. They don't have any cities over here. So that is an interesting choice of places, I guess, to go. I mean, there's still some space up here for the Iroquois and around here, but yeah, I mean, 4 seemed... I don't know where they're going to get 4 settled. I guess you could squeeze 2 more in, maybe on the Caribbean and 1 down here, or... No, that's still not 4. Yeah, I have no idea, but, you know, fair play to them for making the most of it. I like it. Let's see what they get up to. Is there anything crazy going on in Europe? It does not want to load when I click over places anymore. This is not good. Way too much hecticness going on this map for my poor little processor to handle. It's only got a few weeks to go. Come on, you can get through these last few weeks. Attila's court is very low again. The Ottomans did take this at one point, didn't they? I nearly forgot, but yeah, they lost it. But Persia is, I mean, going to have a go. I don't see Persia getting it by themselves. It will be like down to some luck if they steal it. But Russia, that's a different sort of prospect. That could be a little worrying for them. Congo has adopted autocracy. Now, I have been informed I chose the Zulu. And I should probably stop hoping the Congo defend against them. But I don't really mind. As much as I'd like to pick right once, then we lose the value that I've never picked right. You know, once you've done it, that's it. It's over. So I want it to be... I went for a safe pick anyway with the Zulu. I thought it was pretty safe. If I ever get it right, I want it to be a completely random civ that I've picked for a dumb reason that wins. So yeah, I mean, I don't really mind. It'd be nice to see them keep doing well, but yeah, I don't desperately need them to win. Of course, some other people might want them to. They probably should try and do that for the... You know, that's how these games work. Although some civs convince me that they're not trying to win. The Iroquois versus the Aztecs. Yeah, no, the Aztecs should be pretty safe. This city is on, like, the right side. It's not on this side. It's on this side, so they should be pretty safe. The Inca joining in, I mean, okay, this could be interesting. I mean, the Inca have, like, an advantage in the sense that they knew they were about to declare this war, so they moved everyone over here. The Aztecs, not so much. They're a bit further away, but I'm sure they can come down and defend themselves, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that could be a bit more of an interesting one. In terms of other cities under siege, I never really got to finish my recap, but I think there isn't many. Most of the world looks pretty safe, so just keep an eye out for any cities dropping. But yeah, it does look like most of the world is pretty chilled. China has a ton of units. A lot of civs do, to be honest. I think that extra land obviously helping out, I guess. I don't know how, but a lot of civs are farming the extra land. You can see here all these farms going round. And bear in mind, we might not see farms on some of them, but it's because there's a limit to how many farm tiles can be shown. There is apparently a way around that, but I'm not too bothered. Although I think it did have performance benefits. Maybe we should look into that. But yeah, there's all these extra farms for these extra tiles, which are all free food, which is more than, +1 for the coast tile, which it would normally be. So yeah, there's plenty of extra food here, which means a lot of these cities that are near the coast, or even on the coast, I guess, but, both cases will have a lot of extra, will be a lot bigger, because that free food tile is a lot better than the one food tile. And once you have a city that's big enough, they're probably working every tile. Like, for example, this Yar city with 28 pop is probably working every single tile. Shanghai here is probably working all the nearby ones, regardless of yield. Beijing with 26, between these two, that's what, 44 pop. Like, they're probably working all of these tiles between the two of them. So it doesn't really matter. They're going to be getting... That's why the cities are probably so big. So, yeah, that works out, I guess. I forgot the Shoshone had just completely, settled all the gaps in Japan. That is quite funny. We'll see how those... Oh, yeah, that was Korea. It didn't really go their way. But even Japan is a lot bigger than normal as a civ, so we'll see what they get up to. But that applies to pretty much every civ. There's not many that have not benefited at all. Obviously, Portugal didn't really benefit, but that was their own fault. But in terms of having no opportunity to benefit, I mean, we're talking about Russia, Austria. Actually, even Austria had a chance to, with all this land that's sort of here now. There's very few who had no opportunity to get anything going as a result of the changes we made to the map. Even the Garamantes kind of had a chance. That's probably a bit of a stretch. But, everyone else, Russia, the Huns, Mongolia, they are the three I think definitely... it didn't really help them that the map was bigger. In fact, it's probably made it harder for them. I would say that... is there anyone out here? The Sioux, I guess, as well, because they're in the middle. They didn't really benefit from any extra tiles. But pretty much every other civ has access to a coast or a big inland sort of Mediterranean style. The sea. It's the only real one that really closed in. I guess the Persian Gulf and stuff went as well. But yeah, pretty much every other civ was pretty close to an area they could benefit, either that being the coast or the Mediterranean. The Garamantes, again, maybe you could say they didn't have much of a chance. The Netherlands, I mean, they could have, conquered the Celts. I mean, obviously it didn't work out great for the Netherlands, but it could have easily gone the other way, so I'm not gonna say that they didn't really benefit from it. I don't know, did anyone else not benefit? I guess Persia didn't. I don't know, but they could have done. They actually did anything, and they did at one point have this city. So yeah, I think everyone benefited, really. I don't think anyone lost out, but there's been some big winners. Korea, not so much, surprisingly. I thought they would have done well. Siam really blew it as well. They're not doing terrible, but I think China is going to be a superpower in this game. I think China, I'm very excited to see what they get up to. Now, obviously, there's other strong civs around them. The Jar, India, Korea and Japan are still going to be difficult to deal with. Mongolia is still somewhat big, but yeah, China is looking like they are the power in Asia in this game, and I guess India's looking pretty good too. I don't really know. I have looked at the info addicts, but I don't obviously. I'm not a robot. I can't just remember them. It's been 2 weeks probably now, or a week at least. I just don't remember. I'm sorry. Oglala of Montezuma. Okay, so that did not take long. The Inca, yeah, they made some quick progress. Grabbed the first city. The Iroquois yet to put any of these settlers down. I'm keeping an... Okay, one is heading back this way. That's some good news. I wonder if they can... I think they could fit in here. These cities are 2 tiles apart, so I assume, yeah, you could definitely go there. That might be where this settler's heading. Garamantes and Rome peace out. Of course, Rome's at war with a fair few civs. But so far, so good for them. They've not died just yet anyway. Still clinging on. I still don't understand exactly what the Celts are doing. They're just very spread out right now. Hopefully they do just make some sort of smart decision. Oh, the Shoshone. Did they get all of this? Did I miss this? No, they have got most of the Hawaiian Islands, though. They had that city that looked like a turtle. Now it's... I don't know. It doesn't really look like anything now, so we'll just move on from that, I guess. That's over. Now it's kind of like a 2-headed turtle. Siamese turtle. I don't know. Caramantes and Rome. No, that's nothing. Yeah, there's not many sieges going on. It's quite a quiet time. Well, there's a lot. Okay, I guess this just happened so quickly. Civs I'm excited for. I want to see what the Congo can do. They look so low on units, but they have so much territory. Like, surely they can. They have resources. They have size. Like, surely this is going to go well for them. Like, if they've held on to this, they're going to be a powerful civ in Africa, surely. I mean, Shaka's got a lot of units, though, so it is still scary. But he put up a great defense, so maybe they're going to be just fine as Greece adopts the order ideology. I can't really remember who went with what, so it doesn't matter too much, really. It might influence some civs going unhappy, but I don't think it actually has that big a difference. Yeah, so I don't know. It doesn't tend to lead to too much. There's just two big groups. Normally it's fine. Rome piecing out with a ton of civs, so they will probably they'll probably make it through now for a little bit longer anyway. Probably not for forever. Only one city, very precarious position. Morocco and Siam. That is, I did not know that was going on. Hadn't really been fixated on that one. Okay, they're still at war with Mali, so this could be one final scare, but I think this lake might just save them. Carthage has built a fair few boats. I mean, I don't know why they're building caravels in here. I don't know what the AI thinks, why they think that's a good idea, but there we go. This is why I think I have an advantage, at least on lower difficulties, against the AI on TSL maps. Morocco and Austria have pieced out. Pretty good. Again, not really close. I mean, a little closer than Siam and Morocco. Just a little bit. They kind of border each other. If you through here. Like, I mean, it's not a strict direct border, but they could walk to each other. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't the most important of wars that was raging around the world. It is turn 137. We will have a look at the info addicts at 150. We'll probably go into the highlight form again soon after that, as I did in the other game I'm running at the moment, just because they are taking quite a while. I've not been measuring this one. This one's been a little bit more... Well, it's earlier. There's just so much craziness going on in this one because of the map as well, that it hasn't felt as slow, but it probably is slowing down. I mean, I haven't timed it specifically yet. I don't know how long a turn is. It looks like it's about 3 minutes maybe at the moment. Maybe a bit under 3 minutes. I'm not sure. I haven't timed it specifically. I can time this one because I did just see what the time was at the start and see how it's going. But yeah, this one's been pretty hectic. Pretty much since like the first wars, it was just crazy, that start. Lots of capitals falling really early on. Then we started to see some civs dying as well. So yeah, pretty hectic, all things considered. But it does look like it's chilled down a little bit now. I mean, we've definitely had more peace deals than declarations of war this episode. Although Rome was responsible for almost all those peace deals. Russia has gone freedom. Okay, that's not something you see every day. Usually if civs go freedom, it is usually India, sometimes, very rarely, and Venice. And maybe one other who I'm forgetting. But yeah, it is very rare. And obviously Venice is who I usually spectate as, and I don't use them, but just because... I know it'd be cool to have Venice in an AI game, but then I have to use city-states, and they can spawn anywhere, and it's a mess. So yeah, we just usually use Venice for a good civ just to spectate with, which is what I normally do. So yeah, that's why we don't have them playing. But yeah, it's very rare civs go freedom. I think there is another one. Brazil sometimes I think goes freedom, but it's again pretty rare. If they're not doing good, they might pick it for the bonuses, because obviously you do get 2 extra tenets if you pick in the first 2. Or I think it's 2 if you go first, 1 if you go second. I can't remember. But you do get some extra ones. And obviously for Russia, they'll get some extra ones for being the only freedom nation. I don't know if this is true, but I seem to think, just from my own observations, that if you go freedom, some of the punishments are not as bad. Like, I don't think you get as bad a dissidence, even if you are the only one. I might be completely wrong, but... I feel like you can still get them if everyone else has gone for other things, but it's not quite as bad. Right, so I'm looking at it, and turns are about 2 minutes. So actually not as bad as I thought, or a bit over 2 minutes. So that's not too bad, but that will be it for this episode. Oh, Greece v Egypt's getting going again. That will be good. It looks like Mali v Morocco is still going on. I did not realise that. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.